What's up, everybody? Today I wanted to showcase a little bit of a DIY project that I'm doing on my brakes. I'm replacing the original rubber hoses with some stainless steel braided ones, so stay tuned. Alright, so first off, what they basically say is to drain your brake fluid. So I have gone ahead and taken out at least about 3/4. I'm just gonna undo the master cylinder cap enclosure, and look at that. I replaced this brake fluid, I believe, not so long ago, maybe 3 to 4 months ago. But look at that color, man. Brake fluid really does get bad very quickly. So gonna drain this bad boy and then go ahead and follow the rest of the instructions in the installation. All right, so I managed to drain both the calipers. Got this little tool, a simple bleeder tool that I picked up from an auto store part shop. Pretty easy. I have managed to drain pretty much everything in my cylinders. There you go. And now it's time to disassemble the banjo bolt from the master cylinder and then find out the original routing of the brake lines, and then going ahead and installing the new ones. So you got to make sure you have enough of coverage on your bike, because this is going to be a little bit of a messy job. What I'm also going to do is, the moment I remove this banjo bolt, I am going to wrap it up with a shopping bag so it can collect all the brake fluid, whatever that is leaking from it. So there's a lot of air in the system currently, but we're going to get through that once we install the new brake lines and bleed it completely, starting from scratch. All right, just to give a heads up, I have already removed the main right caliper hose, and as well as the crossover hose on the other side, and bundled both the hoses together in a shopping bag, just so that I can trap all the brake fluid that is leaking. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the top, this top big banjo bolt, and just make sure that I do not get any spillage on the paint or anywhere on the bike for that matter. So this is what I will be installing: a Galfer Superbike 2-line setup. The installation video is pretty simple, so let me just crack open the packaging and go ahead with the installation. Comes with the banjo fittings and the crush washers necessary, and the 2 lines that are marked. Really exceptional quality. Now let's get to the installation. So now I've managed to get the new brake lines installed, fresh fluid, and about to start bleeding the new system. Got it routed properly. Use the original bracket. There you go. Use the original bracket, and everything looks good. The bleeding process is gonna be a bit of a pain right now because there is air in the system. As you can see, those 2 banjo bolts are nicely, those 2 banjos on that banjo bolt have been properly secured, routed correctly, and installed. Pretty simple installation. There's an installation video from Galfer, you can check it out on YouTube. But now comes the patient part. I think it's going to take me a while for me to bleed the brakes because I'm using the old-fashioned way. So let's get to it. So at this particular point, I managed to bleed both the brake calipers, did about 5 refills on the master cylinder,
Took me about 20 to 30 minutes to properly get the feel back onto my lever, and went out for a test ride. Everything was fine. Then took it out to the canyons the next day, did about 300 miles. Man, these brake lines are awesome. If you guys found this helpful, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe.